We're here at the Golden Gate Casting Club, which is one of the nation's first casting clubs, and we're testing out the Orvis Helios rod. This is their new hotness, and it's the lightest fly fishing rod in the world. It's made from a special unidirectional weave of carbon fiber that was previously used in like drones and missiles and expensive stuff that nobody can ever own. So you may not think of lightness as anything that's super important with a fishing rod, but it's really, really important. You're standing in the middle of a river all day, casting a 9-foot pole back and forth. The lighter the rod is, the longer you'll be able to fish, and also the lighter it is, the more delicate it's going to be. So you're going to be able to feel a fish on the line a little bit easier than if it was something that was harder and stiffer. So this rod manages to have the backbone enough to cast a really far line, but it's also light and flexible enough that you can really feel when the fish hits. It's so light. So I'm in the Golden Gate casting ponds, and we're here to talk about the wired way to go fishing. Now, one issue that comes up continually when you're fishing, because water is the most important part of it, is that everything's got to be waterproof. I mean, my waders are waterproof, my boots are waterproof, I'm waterproof, but how about your gadgets? I mean, provided you actually catch a fish, you're gonna need to take a picture of it, and that's why you need a camera. Oh no. No problem. This is the Panasonic Lumix TS1. It's a 12.1 megapixel, clearly waterproof and shockproof camera. It's really good, I really like it. It's got a great 28mm wide angle lens and takes pictures relatively snappily. One problem is it takes a little bit of time to turn it on, so if you think your buddy's going to catch a fish, keep the camera on. It gets pretty good battery life, so it's not really much of a problem. The interesting thing about fish is that they're territorial. They camp out in little spots and they wait for the food to come to them, and it has the right combination of river flow and temperature and food. And so if you have a GPS, you can actually mark the spot where that fish bested you, and then you can come back to it. So you need a GPS that can do that. Garmin's new Oregon 400T is a really good candidate for that because it's waterproof in case the fish pulls you into the water or you're just a klutz. And it's got a really nice contrasty screen with a really nice 3D view function that allows you to actually virtually scoot up and down the river to see what's coming up around the bend. I wish it had a button that could allow you to mark a waypoint so you didn't have to go through a few different steps on the screen to actually mark where it is that fish kicked your ass. Other than that, it's a great GPS. It gets the signal extremely fast. It's rugged, it's waterproof. It comes with a handy little carabiner that you can use to hook it onto your belt, which is where it usually lives when I'm fishing. You're fishing, you have to bring a knife with you. So Leatherman has been on this streamlining kick for the past couple years, where they've been taking products off of their multi-tools, which may seem counterintuitive, but it's actually really cool. What you need is you need a knife and you need a pliers. And that is really all this Leatherman Freestyle has, a knife and a pliers. You actually need one other thing, a bottle opener. Another really important piece of fishing gear are your sunglasses. Zeal makes this really nice ZX13 polarizing system on these Swap It 2s. And it's really good because it's not always sunny and beautiful. And these glasses really excel in their ability to adjust from high light to low light. They're not photochromic, but the way the tint works, they look really good in high light and they look really good in low light. You gotta have your line, you gotta have your flies, you gotta have your knife, you gotta have your camera. So you really need a good method of storing all this stuff. And that's why this new Cloudveil Windwalker chest pack is a really nice option. It basically kind of works like a file cabinet. The ergonomics of it are great. You can adjust these straps really, really easily on the fly if you need to, raise the pack because you're going in deeper water. Wouldn't be as much of an issue if this were waterproof, but it's not. I really, really wish the bottom at least was super, super rubberized and waterproof because when you dip it in the water, all the stuff in the bottom of the pack gets wet. You've got all your gear, you've got a place to put it, you've got your rod, and all you need is a day off and some beer.